The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Guys, this game has been fantastic. I've loved playing it. I'm a little late on the bandwagon of first impressions, but I wanted to make sure that I was reviewing the game from a perspective of actually having played through enough of the content to get an idea for its scope and not just reacting based on my very first time picking up the controller and getting that kind of new game excitement mixed in with the other opinions that I was having of it. And my opinions of this game have shifted a lot since when I first started. Big news, like most important thing out of the way first. I love this game. It's fantastic. This is probably my new favorite video game. Good things. Enemy variety is up. Equipment variety is incredible. Durability is up. The things that we can do in this game with our equipment and our gear. We've got bomb arrows back. We've got bomb flowers back. We've got puff shrooms. We've got muddle buds that are amazing to work with. We've got such a huge variety of options to fit your playstyle. Ultra Hand is basically just the ultimate version of Magnesis. It's what we wanted Magnesis to be in Breath of the Wild. Plus, you have the ability to build your own version of the Master Cycle or wagons or other vehicles and explore the world in new, exciting ways that we couldn't even have imagined before. It has a little bit of a learning curve to figure out, and there are definitely things about it that I think could have been improved upon, but for the first time I'm ever seeing a mechanic like this in a game, honestly, they've done a really excellent job. Ascend gives us new and interesting ways not only to look at and explore the world, but to really think about how we're going to interact with our environment and what we want to do with it and how to get to places. I love the new tower mechanic. It reminds me of the Lake Hylia cannon in Twilight Princess. I love that little throwback to nostalgia. It's awesome to get to shoot up into the sky, and again, you get that skyward sword feeling as you're diving back down and trying to choose where in the region you want to be able to go to, and it's just so much of what we were looking for and asked for. We have whole new levels of the world to explore, from the sky to deep, deep below the surface of the earth in Zelda's own canonical version of the Underdark. This is incredible, guys. It's been so much fun. There is so much content here. Anyone who's talking about this game feeling like an overpriced DLC clearly isn't appreciating how much has changed and how much this game did right. That being said, there are some things that I'm not as much of a fan of. First off, I'm kind of sad that we don't have different arrow types. Fire arrows, bomb arrows, ice arrows, actually magic arrows. At least that I found at this point, it'd be cool if we could get some of those and, like old school Zelda using our magic bar, these spent up our Zonai energy gauge or something, being able to use like a fire arrow and a Keese eyeball at the same time, or a Keese wing to increase the range. Though to be fair, a lot of things that you can attach to your arrows seem to add a significant amount of range. And Fire Keese eyeballs and Fire Keese wings do seem to double up on those properties, so it does exist. I have not been as impressed with the Sky Islands as I hoped that I would be. The first Sky Island that you start off on is cool. There's a lot of content to explore. There's a lot of enemies to fight. There's a lot of puzzles. So far, I've only found one other Sky Island that really seemed super satisfying, and even it was only so for a couple of minutes. There has not been a lot of variety in the sky, and the puzzles have been short and simple, and I was looking for something way more complex out of them based on the previews of this game that we got. They were going up into the sky and basically showing a more elaborate version of the tutorial island in all of these previews, and I was expecting to find, 5 or 6 of those over every region of Hyrule, and so far there's been like 8 small little islands, two of which actually have something to do on them. I feel like there was a lot of potential there that was missed. However, every single time you jump out of the sky, pop open your paraglider right before you hit the ground, it is the realization of all of the potential that we felt in Skyward Sword. Let's talk about the chasm for a minute. The chasm is great. When I first dived into the chasm, it was so exciting to see this completely mind-blowing new area. It was pitch black. You couldn't actually see it at all. And around every corner, there seemed to be a new surprise. But the more and more that you explore it, the more you realize that this isn't another Hyrule's worth of content. It may be as large as Hyrule is, but it's a lot of the same stuff copied and pasted over and over and over again with a handful of super significant locations. There isn't nearly as much of that around every corner, over every hill, under every rock. There's something new and exciting that you can't wait to see, and when you get there, it subverts your expectations. That first dive into it is 100% everything that you want it to be, but it does lose its luster over time, and we have to just take a minute to acknowledge that some of the criticisms of that are valid and are coming from a place of recognizing how much was reused in this game, even though I am 100% satisfied with what we've gotten so far. Okay guys, that's all that I have for right now. I'm going to save the rest of the nearly 20 hours of video footage that I have for more interesting videos about individual topics as we continue to go on. I hope you guys are enjoying this game. If you guys like what you've seen so far, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out some of my other links and my other content from Dungeons and Dragons or any of the other many projects that I'm working on. And if you have a minute to consider supporting me in trying to make more amazing content in the future, please consider doing so. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we will see you next time.